What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Toronto Blue Jays have been hit hard with the injury bug, and we've got to talk about it, folks. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is Chad Green. We got some breaking news yesterday that Chad Green was actually hit in the head with a baseball in a AAA outing, and he was taken out of the game. Now, Green has been somebody that we've been looking forward to for a while, right? You know, they pick him up in the offseason. He's had a history of being pretty good at baseball, and we just literally have not seen this dude premiere in a Blue Jays uniform yet. Then it was finally looking like Green might be ready to go relatively soon, and of course, this happens. The good news, though, is that even though my dude literally got hit in the head with a baseball, it actually isn't that bad. Eric Truden tweeted that it could have been much worse and didn't look too serious. He left under his own power, which is good. The Toronto Blue Jays bullpen is already pretty incredible right now, so if you could add in Chad Green, assuming that he comes back from this injury relatively soon, it's gonna look freaking lethal. Next, let's talk about the Korean King, Hyun-Jin Ryu. Earlier this week, Ryu was pitching against the Guardians and had a literal no-no going, and then had to be taken out of the game because he got a liner off of his knee. Here's our live reaction of that happening.
And he's gonna make the play!
The Korean King!
But Ryu's down! Ryu's down!
Oh no!
Ryu's down!
Oh no!
Down!
No way!
Down!
This is not good. It honestly looked really bad at the time, but we actually got some very promising news the morning after. Arden Dwelling writes, X-rays on Hyun-Jin Ryu's right knee last night returned negative. He's feeling better today, and Blue Jays are optimistic Ryu will be ready for his next scheduled start on Sunday, but club has some flexibility with current six-man rotation. The way that Ryu was pitching the other night literally looked like vintage Hyun-Jin Ryu, so if we could get that guy back, whew, Toronto Blue Jays pitching staff is looking good. Next, let's talk about Bo Bichette. Offense, obviously missing this kid right now, and it looks way thinner without Bobo in it. Well, apparently we might not need to be in a Bo Bichette-less world for much longer. Ross Atkins came out and said that he was moving around with very few symptoms, almost none at all. Few symptoms, almost none at all. That's making me think that Bo Bichette is getting very close to potentially coming back to this team. Now, obviously, we don't know the entire rehab process, right? Like, do they want him to start any games in the minor leagues? That's something that I'm just not privy to, but he is on a positive route right now, and it's looking like he could be back sooner rather than later, which is so needed right now, especially with the loss of Kevin Kiermaier.
Whoa, time for your daily Betway breather. A quick reminder that the best place to bet is on Betway. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. In collaboration with iGaming Ontario, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content.
Kevin Kiermaier is sadly officially headed to the 10-day IL, and you just absolutely hate to see it. Kevin Kiermaier is honestly one of my biggest surprises from the Toronto Blue Jays this year. Like, he's just been so much better with the bat than I expected, but recently there's been a lot of injuries, little small ones that he's kind of been nursing, and finally they decided to send him to the IL after a collision with the Boston Red Sox wall. Now, it is just a 10-day IL, and it doesn't actually sound that bad, but again, Kiermaier, he's been nursing a few small things throughout the entire season, and honestly, like, even when he is healthy, he's not an everyday player for us because they like to keep him off of his feet. So the Toronto Blue Jays, they're just gonna need to learn how to play without Kevin Kiermaier, I think, for the rest of the year, and if he does come back and he is good, then great. And finally, everybody, let's talk about Jordan Romano. We've been without Jordan Romano since effectively the trade deadline, and as much as I love Jordan Hicks, I need me some Jordan Romano. He recently threw a bullpen session, and Arden Dwelling very recently came with some more updates. Jordan Romano is scheduled to throw another bullpen Wednesday. He responded well to his last mound session on the weekend. Blue Jays still undecided whether he'll require a rehab outing or not before being activated from the IL. So Romano is kind of in a similar spot as Bo Bichette right now, where things are looking very good, they're looking promising, but there might just be one or two more steps along the recovery pathway before he's fully back with the team. But guys, those are your Toronto Blue Jays injury updates for today. Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays go!